Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Hello, how are you? I know a lot of people have different opinions when it comes to Claressa Shields and Laila Ali. But let's get something straight from the jump. Claressa Shields is not being bullied. What happened and what's happening right now, it's not harassment. It's accountability. In the boxing world, I want to make sure y'all understand this. In the boxing world, accountability hits harder than any punch, any left hook, any right hand. Now, before anybody gets emotional, let's keep it real, because I know there's a lot of Claressa Shields fans, and you can tell by the way you speak, who want to come to her defense and don't hear the full message. You just hear what you want to hear. Claressa Shields is one of the most decorated boxers ever. 2 gold medals, multi-division world titles, undisputed 3 times, and one of the best resumes in women's boxing history. I hope you heard that, McNicholas. She's a definition of greatness inside the ropes. But outside the ring, that's where things fall apart. See, the criticism Claressa gets isn't about her talent. It's about her attitude. It's about how she handles success, how she reacts to opinions, and how she talks to fans, fighters, and even legends, Laila Ali, who came before her. So when boxing fans, YouTube creators, and even other fighters call her out, that's not bullying. That's the consequence of her own energy coming back around. And you guys should understand that, because when I look at the demographic who supports me and subscribe to my channel, I don't have TikTokers on here. Most people are between like 35 and 47 years old. Okay? So if you at that age don't understand that the consequences of your energy come back around, well then I don't know what to tell you. You see, this shit about everybody hates me. This Claressa shit. Everybody hates me. They hate me because I'm the GOAT. I'm the GOAT. Yeah. Papu. Pap. Tell them. Papu. Papu. No. Claressa Shields has made it clear she feels targeted. That's all in her brain. She's gone online and said things like, the media don't support me. Or she'll say something like, the fans hate me because I'm confident. Everybody hates me because I'm the GOAT. They want to beat me. That's right. They want to beat me. They want to look like me. They want to fight like me. They ain't fine like me. They can't fight like me. They ain't tough like me. You hear what I'm saying? But this is the thing. Confidence and arrogance are 2 different languages. Confidence says, yo, I believe in myself. Arrogance says, you better believe in me or else you a hater. Tell him, Pap. Claressa's entire social media presence has become a war zone. Every time someone gives her constructive criticism, she fires back like it's personal. She doesn't let fans have opinions. If you say you prefer Laila Ali's legacy, she blocks you. If you say she should humble herself, she calls you a clown or jealous. And her fans are the same way. The same way. All of them must be drinking that Flint, Michigan water. Bunch of cockroaches. And let me tell you something. That shit ain't bullying. That's a champion refusing to accept feedback. And when you act like you're untouchable in a sport that's built on humility, oh, you're going to attract critics. That's just reality. And let's talk about the elephant in the room, because there's still some people out here who don't quite get it. Claressa is obsessed with Laila Ali. Right? Simple, man. She spent years calling out Laila, retired fighter, been out the game nearly 2 decades. She's gone on record saying, I'll beat Laila Ali easily. And she's jealous of me because I'm better. She just, so pretty, Laila. Just Muhammad Ali's daughter. She ain't nothing special. I ain't eat that cake. Norbit. I ain't eat that cake. Now, if Claressa truly wanted respect, she would have honored the woman who opened the doors for her generation. But instead, she chose disrespect. And when Laila Ali responded, calmly with facts, the internet sided with her, Laila. Not because they hate Claressa, but because Laila didn't have to lower herself. She showed maturity, and she kept the topic on track, talking about Claressa, not bringing in other people, not bringing in these political movements. She kept the conversation around the GOAT, self-proclaimed GOAT. Now, Claressa, on the other hand, started making personal attacks. She mocked Laila's career, her family, which to me was the worst decision Claressa has made in her whole career, going after Muhammad Ali. She should have never mentioned his name. And let me say something. You take shots at Muhammad Ali's name to try to lure Laila into a fight. That's not even going low. I can't even describe what you call that. Matter of fact, I would say that's desperation. But I have no words to describe that. It's horrible what Claressa Shields did. I know for me, I'll never have respect for her. So for any of y'all Claressa Shields supporters, I'm not going to come out here and, say crazy stuff about her. I just don't respect her. But that's not how you honor a legend. That's how you lose credibility, and that's why I don't respect her. So when fans and YouTube creators discuss that behavior, I've been discussing it. I'm not bullying her. That's public accountability. You can't insult the greatest name in boxing and expect people to clap for you. For those of y'all out there clapping for her, it's talking about, Muhammad Ali, he would have done it. Y'all just as bad. Y'all just as bad. Y'all poison. Y'all toxic too. Then there's the Jake Paul situation. All this social media drama. Claressa Shields could have played this shit smart. I talked about it already. Jake been giving women boxing more attention than anyone in the last 10 years. Yeah, he's a little cartoonish, but he's putting money into Serrano's career, paying female fighters better, bringing in millions of new fans. Career high purses. If Claressa had teamed up with him, even for 1 or 2 fights, she could have reached an entirely new audience. That's business. What she say, right? I got these businesses. I know what I'm doing. I got business acumen. I know what I'm doing. My brand is growing. Y'all gonna see. Let me tell you something. If she had a little bit of humility and she had the right people around her, instead of attacking him online, calling him a fake fighter, she would have tried to work with the guy. But it's not in her DNA. Then mocking the women who fought under him, she just turned a potential ally into another enemy. That's not Jake Paul bullying Claressa. That's Claressa burning bridges. Now, she's the one complaining that promoters and networks don't back her. But you can't claim to be blackballed when you're the one closing doors. Claressa's gone after multiple fighters, male and female, taking shots at Javante, but he's not disciplined. He's lucky. Said Keith Thurman was scared of her, which is ridiculous. Keith Thurman would kill her ass, and that ain't no fucking joke. Keith Thurman hit her one of them goddamn one-time bing-bings. Claressa, she ain't even gonna be able to say, Papoose, help, Papoose, help. She ain't gonna be able to say nothing. Keith Thurman would knock her ass out cold. She criticized Jake Paul's female fighters and even dismissed younger talents like Alicia Baumgartner as a clout chaser. At a certain point, you can't keep fighting everyone and expect fans to protect you. But here's the truth. Boxing fans love confidence, but they hate condescension. When every press conference turns into Claressa telling everyone she's the greatest ever, when every interview turns into calling people jealous, fans lose connection. And that's not bullying, that's backlash. Now, this shit she doing with the rapping, she can do what she want, but this phase, hopefully it blows over. Claressa released a song where she raps about guns, violence, putting her enemies in the dirt. That might work for a street rapper, but not for an Olympic champion trying to build a global brand. It sends a mixed message. How can you say you're fighting to inspire young girls, but your lyrics talk about shooting haters and beefing online? That's not inspiration, that's confusion. And when sponsors see that, I've been saying this shit, they walk away quietly. Some who may have had an interest in working with you, once they see that, they say, "Oh hell no!" And you would have never known about the opportunity, the multi-million-dollar deal that just evaporated because you chasing down the wrong lane. Y'all gotta understand, corporate America doesn't invest in chaos. Laila Ali built her brand on class. Serena Williams built hers on poise. Claressa is building hers on hostility, and that's not sustainable. So again, fans calling that out aren't bullying her. They're pointing out that she's sabotaging her own career. And I've been saying it, I'm going to keep saying it. Now, if we strip away the fame and money, what's really happening here? And we strip away papoose. Because I'm telling you, Claressa to me is nothing but a tub filled with water, warm water, with bubbles and everything ready to get in and take a bath. And papoose is the plug. You pull that plug out the tub, all that beautiful warm water and that nice bath you about to take, all that shit goes away. And now you're just in an empty tub that somebody needs to clean out. That's Claressa Shields' situation. That's what's really happening here. Claressa Shields acts like someone who's constantly fighting an invisible enemy. Psychologically, that's called a defensive mindset, when a person interprets every disagreement as an attack. She's been doubted since her amateur days. She had to fight through poverty, criticism, and disrespect. And that's made her tough. But it's also made her paranoid. She's used to going to war, man. So even when no one's swinging, she's still throwing punches. Especially with her mouth. And the sad part is, that same fire that made her a champion is now burning her career from the inside. She doesn't realize that every time she argues online, every time she claps back at fans, every time she refuses to be humble, she's proving her critics right. And really, Laila Ali has highlighted these things about Claressa Shields in her videos. So much so, and she did it so well, to where even Claressa Shields fans have said, damn, Laila Ali's right. And they've turned their back on her. So no, Claressa Shields is not being bullied. She's not being criticized by the same people who used to cheer for her. And there's a big difference between hate and honesty. Boxing fans don't hate Claressa Shields. They're just disappointed. They see greatness wasting energy on social media beefs, jealousy. They see potential turning into pride. They see a champion who could have been the face of women's boxing, but instead chose to fight shadows. Claressa Shields earned her criticism. Not because of her talent, but because of her temperament. And until she realizes that, until she humbles herself, she'll keep making mistakes. And I'll tell you what, she'll keep mistaking advice for attacks and truth for hate. She's not a victim. She's a fighter who's lost her focus. And if she doesn't get it back soon, her biggest opponent won't be Laila Ali. It'll be herself. Boxing fans are not hating on Claressa Shields. They're tired of her attitude. Laila Ali warned her. Claressa still doesn't get it. Claressa keeps losing fans, and that's the brutal truth. She's not being bullied. She's being exposed. And those are the facts. Keep cool in the breeze.